Welcome to the Taste of Montana, a celebration of food, beverage, and culinary experiences from the great state of Montana.
Yes.
Was that a good intro or what?
I think it was.
It was a good intro. Solid intro. So we are on episode number 3. Can you believe it? Already? Episode 3?
I thought a long time has passed.
A long time.
Since we recorded the last one.
We might have doubled up 2, and then we got the third one here. So we are right before Halloween. We are the eve of Halloween.
The eve of the eve.
So we're kind of getting all things spooky and fall-like around here. Almost all the leaves.
Where is your costume?
I am wearing my costume. I come as a super sexy guy. We are in the midst of fall. Fall's starting to become a little more winter-like, even though today was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
In the mid-60s and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But
for a couple hours.
So before we dive into like the taste of Montana and some of our things that we have to offer, I think you have something to say about Halloween and Halloween candy.
I do have a few things to say. Okay, let me, first and foremost, people didn't always use pumpkins for jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, really?
It wasn't, they didn't always carve pumpkins. The tradition comes from the Irish and the Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the old days, they would carve out scary faces out of potatoes and out of
like turnips. Yeah.
Turnips and potatoes. And they would carve out the scary faces and they put it in the windows or at the door to scare off Jack, where jack-o'-lantern comes from, and all the other spirits that are wandering.
So Jack was a wandering spirit who was deathly afraid of turnips.
Yes, and there's actually a very a story behind who this Jack person is, which...
Well, who was he?
I'm not going to get into it.
Why not?
I don't remember it.
But there is a story of the origin of Jack.
Yeah, so what happens is Jack takes advantage of a couple of people's trusts.
Mm-hmm.
And so, which God tells him that was a big no-no. So he gets refused in heaven. So he's a wandering spirit.
Okay.
And then, so in order to prevent him from coming into your house, you scare him off with the carved out beets and turnips. By the way, beets is actually more of a British thing. So turnips and potatoes for Ireland and Scotland, and beets in England. And then when these, as immigrants, when they come over to this country, they notice the pumpkins and they go, this is even better than what we had. So they transition to carving the scary faces out of pumpkins.
Okay, but who put the candle inside?
The candle? I have no idea.
Because it's a jack-o'-lantern, right?
Yeah. Gosh, there's actually... Maybe we should do another episode with me reading up on that.
Who put the candle in?
Yeah, just... Because you don't want the wandering spirits to wander in, and then the light's a dead giveaway.
Right. So much like we were talking like a few episodes ago, we talked about the Butte pasty and how immigrants modified a base recipe because of the ingredients they had on hand.
Yeah.
The immigrants modified to the pumpkin because it's what they had on hand, and it was a better solution for this tradition.
They didn't modify. We still had turnips and beets and
right, but it was better. It was better.
Yeah, it's they came here and there's like, whoa, all this pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
Look what we can do with it.
Right. So they used this better.
Yes. Opportunity. The land of opportunity offered pumpkins.
Right. Wouldn't it be way less sexy
so
if we
wrote home to mom and dad, dear mom and dad. I'm out in the
turnips
wild
suck. Pumpkins are better. Suck it. Well, at least we carve pumpkins and not Hubbard squash. It just doesn't roll off the tongue the same way.
No.
I carved a Hubbard squash and made my Jacko Hubbard.
Last year, we did a pretty darn good job carving out pumpkins.
We did. We carved up a couple good ones.
I don't know if you're in the mood for it this year, but we can try and carve out
we can
potatoes and
turnips
to see. I mean, it's a much smaller scale.
Can we eat the potatoes and turnips afterwards?
Why not? At least it's not going to go to waste. Unless the pumpkin that just sits there and just weathers and looks like a method.
Yeah. Oh, we had the greatest deteriorating pumpkin last year.
Yeah.
The further it got into November, the creepier it started to look.
Yeah.
Not gross, creepy. Yeah. It took on old man wrinkles. Yeah.
Certainly did. It aged very quickly beyond its years.
So I think we should dig into some Halloween candy.
Okay. Now, can I say something about Halloween candy?
Yeah.
So one of the more prominent Halloween candies is the candy corn. And candy corn has a little history behind it. Candy corn was also originally called chicken feed. And
chicken feed?
Yes.
Okay.
Does the current or modern candy corn have the image of a chicken on it?
No, it's a 3-color thing. It's like orange, yellow, white.
It's supposed to be the beak of the chicken.
Oh. Do you mean that triangular shape is supposed to be the beak of the chicken?
If I remember correctly, actually don't quote me on this, but quote me on the following. Before World War One, corn was not considered edible or good enough for humans, and it was coarse. It was had no flavor, rough. So humans didn't eat it, but they fed it to chicken and pigs.
Right.
So during World War One, when food wasn't readily available, the people that had to
subsist.
So they started using corn and, corn flour, cornmeal, cornbread, and all that. That's where all that comes from. And right around the same. So this is during World War One.
Right.
And after World War One, the company that makes candy corn maintained the association with the chicken.
Okay. So it was like a gimmick product kind of thing.
Yes. And in their marketing, they one of the reasons they kept the association was because back then more Americans were farmers. So they were marketing it to Americans who were mostly farmers. So maintaining the association with chicken made sense.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And with one of their biggest marketing pushes, there was a spike of sales in October, which is very close to Halloween. And the two merged. So the association.
Okay.
So people started making the association of candy corn and Halloween, and before you know it, it's part of Halloween.
So it's just a happy accident.
It was a happy accident.
Like circumstances on dates and.
So, like a lot of things in American culture, what's considered culture is a business venture.
It was a business venture.
Someone else's business venture.
And now only people over 75 love candy corn.
Yeah.
It is the worst candy there is. It's
maybe they just do it for
and,
old time's sake and whatnot.
Yeah. I used to pound.
Grainy. See, that
it's
makes
grainy. Sense. It's waxy at the same time. But when I was a kid, I used to pound candy corn because it was just a source of sugar.
Really?
That's all I needed. So we got a couple sources of sugar.
A couple. I see.
3.
Yeah, well, you started talking about how sucky candy corn is, and my eyes started wandering over there where we have all the good stuff.
Good stuff. And I think some of the other good stuff we have
and there's more good. Oh, speaking of chicken.
Well, that's later. That's later. It all ties in. We have a Montana-produced beer that we're going to have with our candy.
Okay.
So what do we got?
You bought this.
Yeah.
From our friends at Byron Brewing Company.
Yeah. This is the Dragon's Breath Dark Wheat Ale. they call it a dark hef ale.
Uh-huh.
There is no such thing as a dark. It's a beer without a style. It's delicious, but it doesn't match.
So it was the closest thing they could come up with.
They made up a style. It's basically what they did.
This is the notion I have in my head. A brewer goes in the laboratory, brew house, and they just come up with something. It tastes good. And then they worry about naming the style later.
And that's how we come up with style.
I thought it's supposed to be the other way around. Like, this is the style I want. This is the formula you use. And then I'm going to do this with it.
No, and a ton of brewers actually do that. They actually do brew the style. They try to stay with... And there's all these guidelines that are... And they're written down. I mean, they're very official, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of brewers that definitely try to stay within the guidelines.
Yeah.
But this is a beer that's
okay.
outside.
So this is someone stepping outside the box,
right? This isn't.
So this is not the norm. That's what I'm asking.
Right. This isn't the norm. The closest real style that this is what you call a Dunkelweizen, and Dunkel, German, dark. It just means dark wheat beer.
Okay.
Okay. But you know how that's a whole other can of worms. You can't call anything with wheat beer in Germany.
Yeah, it's gotta be
barley. The four ingredients.
Yeah, it's not. So what do they call it?
Hefeweizen.
Okay.
It's a Weizen. It's an alcoholic beverage of wheat. It's not a beer.
I think they're right.
Well,
totally. I mean, if the four essentials are barley, yeast, and
hops and water.
Yeah. So if it doesn't have one of the four essentials, then it's not.
For a purist.
Okay.
Now, if you go to the Belgian School of Brewing, all the rules are thrown out immediately.
Of course.
As long as it tastes good. That's the big concern. So I think we need...
So you're telling me the Germans are sticklers.
They are a little...
But the Belgians are more relaxed?
We know what... Yes. We know what happens every time the Germans get a little tight on the rules.
Honestly, you really shouldn't say that because we joke, but if you're... I've kind of made this joke around Germans and they kind of squirm a little bit and then they get a little,
Well, that's why they have...
like offended.
Yeah, but that's what... All these rules. That's why they have the creepiest porn.
That's what came to you. Oh, so that's their
That's
outlet?
The release.
That's the release. That's where they can let loose and get away from...
Here's all the rules. When it comes to porn, we're going to be the innovators.
Yes. Except... Since they don't really know how to be relaxed and chill and innovative, they just go off the deep end.
Well, and then the two cultures that who are the two cultures that we say are associated with rules?
Japanese.
And Germans.
Yes. And
they have the creepiest porn.
Yes, they both have the creepiest
Yeah, because they're like, we're going to break all the rules.
Yeah.
See, it comes out.
Well, what if they never had an outlet like porn? What would you do with all that, creativity that's brewing inside your head that has never had an outlet?
Take over the world. You see what happened?
Maybe.
Yeah. So let's grab that opener and we're going to pop this bottle here.
Opener?
Yeah. The opener is somewhere over there.
I don't think so.
Yeah. There it is. I spy with my little eye one can opener, a bottle opener. And now we have to do the typical beer porn sound. There was no Give me your glass there, sweetheart.
So while Rad pours this and you guys watch and drool, I'm going to say, take it easy on us. We're totally noobs at this.
I wouldn't say we're noobs.
We're not really noobs. Well,
we're recycled. We're getting back at a training camp here.
I don't really know. Maybe this is not the YouTube culture, but I know on other social media, people love to parse your words and then
don't worry about it. Don't worry about
stuff.
it. Don't worry about it. All right. Chin chin.
Chin chin. Oh, I definitely taste the wheat.
Yeah. But I actually really like... I know they call it Dragon's Breath, which kind of ties in with Halloween. But there's no spikes. There's nothing... It's really smooth.
You heard Dragon's Breath and your mind went immediately to Halloween, my mind went to Dragon's Tail.
Which we're going to talk about on our other
Podcast.
podcast,
So,
Mountain Misfits.
If you're listening to this and you want to hear about Dragon's Tail, hop over to Mountain Misfits.
Right. And we'll tell you what the Dragon's Tail is. Right now,
Yeah.
it's just a mystery.
Right now. Yeah.
Well, let's grab those candy bars as well, and we'll start digging in
Okay.
and seeing what we see. Now, we're literally having dessert before our dinner.
I know. What would your mom say?
She'd be fine with it.
Yeah?
Oh, and my hand touched first the Snickers peanut brownie.
Good. I tried Snickers with almond butter. And almond butter is such a subtle flavor that it gets overpowered very easily. And as curious and as excited as I was, I didn't like the almond butter. So back to peanut butter craze.
Back to peanut butter. All right, here we go. You know the rules.
I know the rules.
What are the rules?
Sip, bite, sip.
We'll see how it does with the dragon sprout there. That's pretty solid.
Yeah. Marvelous. There's no peanut butter in this.
Peanut.
Peanut. Okay, I did come across a peanut for sure. I think peanut butter is still my number one, including peanut butter M&Ms. No, they're called M&Ms.
There's peanut butter M&Ms. There's peanut M&Ms. There's peanut butter M&Ms. There's Reese's with the peanut butter, and then there is a peanut butter Snickers.
Yep, all of the above, please.
Now, speaking of peanut butter, this is the crispity, crunchy. Sorry, I gotta do that again. Crispity, crunchity, peanut buttery Butterfinger. Now,
So who came up with that name?
Don't know, but they were genius because this is my all-time.
Did they have Butterfingers when they were making this?
Oh, I think I don't know where it came from. This is my all-time favorite candy bar, by the way.
I thought you were an eccentric to have this as your favorite. Here, let's swap. Turns out there are more people that like Butterfingers.
Butterfingers are the best.
Okay, I wasn't a Butterfinger fan till I had a Butterfinger ice cream one summer. I don't know where we bought it from, but I have been looking for over a year and I can't see it in any gas stations.
That was delicious. It was a ice cream bar thing. Right?
So yes, so after having Butterfinger ice cream, now I'm a super fan. Mostly because I want to taste it, but I'm actually looking for the ice cream flavor.
Well,
don't waste.
Let's. You gotta have the crumbs there. You gotta make sure you eat all those. Make sure none of those crumbs are left.
No, I mean,
It was
don't you
chocolate.
think it's kind of annoying when there's like a piece of crumb there? Seriously.
Well, let's go in. Taste. There's my sip. Take a bite here. See, my mom used to buy me Buttershim fingers when I was a good boy.
Oh yeah, you're a good boy.
Every once in a while, I'd be treated with a Butterfinger. And when I was truly awesome, it'd be a king-size Butterfinger. And a roast beef sandwich.
Damn.
Oh, heck yeah. Roast beef sandwich followed by a Butterfinger. It's a good day.
That was awesome.
All right.
So instead of we're supposed to do the pairing thing, but I think we're just drinking and eating.
I think, all right, here. Yeah, we definitely got away from pairing those. You know what? I think actually because of the Dragon's Breath, the dark wheat malt,
It works.
it just works with it's that complement.
Yes.
They're both dark. They both
In my opinion, all the porters and all the stouts and all the ambers and doppelbox. They all go very well with chocolate and sweets.
As long as they don't have a weird hoppy component. Like some guys over
Yes.
hop porters.
Yes.
And then
That's the only.
work.
Yeah, that's
But
same goes with IPAs. If the IPA is too hoppy, then good luck having that.
Yeah. Well, it's like dark
As a
and
pairing.
sweet goes with dark and
Unless
sweet.
you have it with something spicy.
But I think with the chocolates, dark and sweet goes with dark and sweet. And if you want to do a real contrast, I like some fruit beers with chocolate.
Yeah.
Wrong pipe?
You
I'm
know what
dying.
would work really well? Let's say you are a cherry or a raspberry fan.
Oh, like a raspberry limbic with the chocolate. Oh, that's serious. That could
Excuse me.
just cough into that microphone. People need to hear all your internal workings working.
Well, people are getting to know us. Really? They're getting to know our internal system as well as external.
Pretty soon we're going to have body sound mics.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
So
Let's get after the next
the
one.
final chocolate that we're going to pair with the Dragon's Breath is the... I can't believe I forgot the name of it. I was just... No, I don't want to look at the thing.
Okay.
It
Starts
is
with a
from
C.
Cadbury. It is... Darn it. Caramello. How can I forget? Now, this is a sweetness overload because it's milk chocolate with caramel.
Oh, okay. Well, weren't the other two also milk
No
chocolate?
caramel. Milk chocolate, but no caramel.
Okay, that's a big difference. All right.
All right, here we
I
go.
already know this is going to work.
You're already very certain of its
Yeah.
certainhood.
That's the best.
That is amazing. That was absolutely... The caramel.
I know. It makes the beer taste like caramel. Like you're drinking caramel beer.
Oh my God. That is... I thought that was going to be the weakest of the
Same.
three.
I
I thought
thought-
the Butterfinger would be the best. I loved the Butterfinger. Who would have thought a Carmelo bar with a dark wheat beer? It'll change your life.
The caramel works much better than chocolate.
Yeah, just you get this caramel overload when you bite into it. It's delicious.
Yeah, but it doesn't melt. Like it goes with it, but it doesn't lose itself in the beer flavor. That was my
That was amazing.
really good.
I have a new favorite.
Same here.
New favorite.
So one of the reasons we're doing this episode or this podcast is that while your kids are out trick-or-treating, we're pretty sure that you're planning to eat some of that treat.
No, you have to be certain to send your kids to the rich houses where you know they're going to have the good candy. They're not going to be getting popcorn balls or candy corn.
I like popcorn balls.
See, every time I start thinking you're a rational human being, I understand you're a psychopath. Right there. I like popcorn balls. No one likes popcorn balls.
Said who?
We'll put a poll. We'll do a poll and see who likes popcorn balls.
Okay, remember we have a very good friend that brought us popcorn balls.
Oh, those are different. Those are delicious.
See, that's what I'm going with.
But that is the one popcorn ball I've ever had in my life that was good.
I tried to duplicate what he made us, and I never came anywhere close.
It was a mass.
No, mine was a mess, but his was a perfectly round, and it was Since then, I became a popcorn ball.
He knows how to
fan.
make a popcorn ball for sure.
Maybe I should give him a little hint for Christmas.
You should give him a little hint. Well, now that we had dessert,
What's next?
I think
Main course.
main course. So let's put the chocolate aside. And for the main course, we are going to do some chicken wings But on these chicken wings, we're going to put one of our favorite product partners for the Taste of Montana, Vi's Dippin' Mustards.
Yep.
And so she has 4 flavors.
Yep.
3 are similar flavors, varying in degrees of heat, from mild to super spicy. And then we have the brand new spicy dill, which is my new favorite jam of hers. Not jam, because we also have jams from Aspen Grove, but I'm saying it's my jam. It's my jam.
That's my jam.
So let's bring over the Vi's Dippin' Mustards, and we'll put out the naked wings.
Okay, if you are a hot sauce aficionado, there's one with a red cap that's super duper hot. I don't really like to go anywhere near that stuff unless I'm in a competition and you're giving me a price. But right now, since we're just sitting here comfortably enjoying our time and not looking for a miserable time, what we have out, we'll do.
We'll get the job done.
Yes, this is actually my all-time favorite.
It is.
That's my aisle.
This is the sweet hot
Yeah.
variety, which is kind of the mild.
I don't think it's even mild, just absolutely no heat.
I think it has some heat to it. I think most
Some?
people. I think you are a little spoiled on the heat index.
Oh, okay.
You're a little trained up.
Okay.
Maybe after we do the Vi's, maybe we go into the secret stash and really burn out our taste buds.
You know, we used to do that last year.
Yeah, old time's sake.
All time sake.
So let's start with from Vi's Dippin' Mustard. This is the sweet hot. This is the most mild that she has. And they come in these nice little plastic bottles, and pick your wing. And
They're squeeze bottles. I like it because I've dropped it a couple times and
isn't that nice?
shatter free.
Bounces back. You're not sitting there dealing with a big disaster of glass and sauce.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go in here. Oh, are we?
Whatever you want to grab.
Okay. That I want to grab.
Oh, the crispy part, huh?
So we have to do it like beer, right? When?
Oh, speaking of beer, throw me that bottle. And if I can use my teeth to open this.
That's not.
Hey, that's an old college trick that seems to really work. The girls were impressed back in the day.
They were?
No one was impressed by it.
Good.
But I was. Look what I could do.
Okay,
All
you were
right.
saying?
All right. Let's I'm going to grab a drummy. And I'm going
What's the beer there for?
for me.
Okay.
All right. It's Friday night in Montucky, you know. You got to have some food and beer.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to wait for you to dress up yours.
Which one was I gnawing on? This one.
I think you were gnawing on about 3 of them simultaneously.
I'm hungry.
I know.
I had a good workout.
All right. Shall we
So
go in?
for those of you that want to see it close. So it's sweet and tangy,
Yeah, the sweet hot is definitely sweet.
rich and savory. And I'll let people know what I use it on. I use it on when I make turkey sandwiches. Instead of mayo, I put a thick smear of this. I've put it on potato salads, macaroni salads. What else have I put this on? Trying to remember. I think turkey sandwich is my favorite.
I did it on leftover butter noodles once, and it was delicious.
So just about anything you have in your fridge that's bland and you just don't know how to give it a little life.
Yep.
Put a couple of drips on this. It's very versatile and very flavorful.
Now, speaking of a couple drips,
Uh-huh.
you know what we have next?
Can we go with this before I blow out my taste buds?
Oh, you want to go with? All right. All right. And I do need a napkin there. We're going to go with the brand new flavor. And the brand new flavor is a spicy dill. And I made a pulled pork, a spicy dilled pulled pork.
Yeah.
So we have a friend who can't have any, he's allergic to onions, garlic, anything fun in the world he seems to be allergic to, except for dill. So I made him a pulled pork using dill as the primary, and including dill pickle juice instead of apple juice during the second step. So in this case, this is Vi's spicy dill.
Now this does have just a little zip to it. It's
This has
nothing overly spicy.
No.
You're not gonna, you're not gonna be miserable, but you're gonna actually taste it and feel it.
All right, I'm gonna drizzle on mine.
I made a mess.
You know what helps though? When you have a brand new bottle, because Vi does this the right way. This has the safety seal still on it, so we'll take that off.
One of the reasons we like promoting our producers is we work with them, we know them.
She's an awesome lady.
Yes, we communicate, and over time you get to know the person. So what I'm trying to say is she's good people, and if you like to promote or help out smaller businesses that are actually good people, this is
a good choice.
This is a good choice.
Yep. She's a ranch wife over from Dell, Montana. Which,
very small.
if you know where Dell is, you're ahead of the game.
Population less than 30.
Yeah.
Or she messaged me and said, we're 33 now.
33. All right. Dig into yours. We have to do a simultaneous thing. All right. So spicy dill on naked chicken wings. Here we go. Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I like it.
There's a little more zip in this one.
Definitely not as sweet as the first one.
That's a little zippy.
But there's an herbal flavor in here. Okay, now I'm debating whether this is my favorite or the original.
I'm partial to the dill.
Yeah.
She gave us a quart jar of the dill.
Yeah.
It's about 2/3 gone.
Oh, you've gone through it already.
I've gone through it. I might be going to it with the spoon, and just every once in a while sucking it in.
That's very tasty.
So you ready for the big blowout?
Go for it. You first. I want to have one more.
One more spicy dill bite, huh?
Yeah, because I won't be able to taste anything after that.
Oh, wait until the secret stash hits you.
Okay.
All right. Let's go. This is the smoking hot. This is the hottest of the Vi's Dippin' mustards.
Oh, this is hotter than the red.
Yeah, this is the hottest.
Okay.
The red is the intermediary. All right. That's a solid dab.
So I had a poll on our social media once asking people whether they prefer drumsticks or chicken wings for their app.
Yeah.
And most people, I was among the minority to say drumsticks because it has more meat, but most people went with chicken wings because it holds more sauce.
Okay.
Because look at all the surface area, even surface area.
All right, I get you.
Okay.
All right. You ready to go in hot?
I am out of practice.
You are out of practice. Squeezing it on there. Oh, don't be scared. Don't be scarred.
What did I?
Are you scarred?
Okay, let's go.
Are you shaking inside?
1, 2, let's go.
One,
I'm
two.
gonna win this competition.
Oh, okay. All right. As I go second dab.
Same here. Okay, not as hot as I hype people up.
Oh, it gains. It gains. Ah, there it is. It's a creeper heat.
No, fine.
All right. So, do you want to go in with the secret stash
Let's go.
and revisit?
I got warmed up.
All right. We're going to walk to the fridge.
I got sauce on me. Nice. I have manned up. No, I have womaned up. So did you guys know that women have a better heat tolerance in general than men? I don't know how I know that, but I might have just picked it up from you.
Fibs, lies, and propaganda. And it is true. Women do have a better heat tolerance than men.
But they don't like it.
They don't like it, but they can have it. I think men kind of go in with the macho. And speaking of macho, from another one of our product partners, we have from Arthur Wayne, the Limitless. The Limitless is Butla, Ghost Pepper, Scorpion Moruga, Warex, and Fresno.
So all the super hot.
Oh, and it has
peppers.
pineapple in it too at the very end.
Like you're gonna feel anything by the end of it. Thanks,
So-
Arthur.
And this we have to be super careful with because it doesn't even have a dropper. Give it a little sniffy sniff.
I'm not looking forward to
All right,
it. Okay.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna. Oh, she's warming up. The vest is coming off.
I told you I'm getting warmed up.
The vest is coming off.
Alright.
And all right, here I go with the Limitless.
Here I go.
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
I think I went
Look
a
at
tad
her
heavy.
butt.
All right, so Little Miss, women tolerate heat better than men.
Yeah. What about it?
You know, we're both going to be staring at each other, trying not to say we hurt.
You know, I had a headache last time.
Well, last
Now,
time we
people are gonna say, why do you torture yourself, right? Your tongue's gonna go numb, you're gonna have a headache, it's just
the ears.
yes, the hot ears, and that goes on for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Why we do it is there's an endorphin release afterwards.
All right.
So you get a little high. You can do also, you can also do weed.
It would be less. Oh my. Okay, we got similar dabs.
I got more, I think. Okay. If I die, just remember I did it for you.
Chin chin. Here we go.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah. You're sweating.
Well, I always sweat. I
Check.
sweat when I'm happy.
Check this out.
Um.
Now, if you think I'm showing off, that's because I am.
Okay. You dab me. We gotta keep up.
Enough?
That's enough.
Okay.
All right, back in. We're going for a second helping.
1,
2, 3.
Okay.
I don't even have the hiccups yet. My head's starting to sweat, though. Oh, dainty. Doing the corner of the mouth. Oh, I'm so... You know, even though it is hot and it's starting to build, it's a very... That pineapple actually does... You know, we were teasing about the pineapple. It does come through, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, there it hits.
Building up.
It's a builder.
Ah. Okay.
Well, and all the extremely hot peppers, I think, all do that. They build.
Yeah.
You know? It's like you can have a jalapeno, and that's as hot as it's going to get on the first bite. It doesn't build.
The second and
But the
third.
super hots will always build.
Okay. I'm fine, though.
I think we got a pretty good heat tolerance. And this is one of his... He calls it an 8 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10.
The triple X, and that is hot.
No, I think last year we did a tasting of the 3 hottest.
Yeah.
The Limitless was the hottest of the 3. If
Was
I
it?
remember correctly, yeah.
Yeah. There was the first hiccup. Second hiccup.
Okay.
Ooh.
While we tend to our wounds, do you have anything to say?
Well, I'd like to say I hope everyone has an awesome Halloween. I think we're going to do it with the hiccups.
That's fine.
And everyone goes out and enjoys themselves. Steal your kids' candy.
Go right ahead. They don't need to get fat. You should get fat.
Exactly. You've earned it. But everyone goes out, has a great Halloween. We both had a treat and a trick.
We had 3 treats and a trick.
And I actually love the taste of the Limitless. It's just hot.
If you're a heat chaser, one of them guys that likes all things sauce that puts hair on their chest, go for that.
Oh, this thing would put hair on your back.
And the chest.
Oh, chest you don't worry about. If hair's on your back, chest is by default.
All right.
But everything that we've talked
For
about.
everyone else, Vi's Dippin mustard.
Yep.
And she uses mustard seeds, crushed mustard seeds. So you can actually see the seeds in there.
That was good.
Yeah, all handmade. All made in her, not house, but she has.
Yep. She has a commercial kitchen that she uses. It's delicious. It's all available at thetasteofmontana.com. Same thing with everything from Arthur Wayne. And I guess this is us saying goodbye.
One more thing is we added a new feature thanks to Rad, who's our tech on board. Tech
Default.
Nerd on board, geek on board. Look. You can now select which of the flavors you want.
You can construct your own pack.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you don't want to have anything to do with the hot, no problem. Just order these 2 and you'll be fine. If you want to go for the ultimate heat, go with the red cap or the yellow cap.
That's the way to go. And with Arthur Wayne, we have 3 packs. We have Wild, Mild, and Heat Chaser. And the Limitless is definitely in the Heat Chaser pack.
Yep.
So, well, that's it for the Taste of Montana.
Yeah. And thank you guys for listening to us.
And we'll see you around.
Yeah, next time.